thanks, Brian. I don't know the password to get in the tower.
Oh, damn! We need to make you an admin, actually. Did you figure out your whisper?
I have a reply button set, but for whatever. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the season opener, Lucky Dog Gen 6 Tuesday nights. This is your broadcaster, William McKellar, and we are coming at you here from the beautiful Texas Motor Speedway. Got us a 100-lap feature here. Go ahead and let's go down our running order. Starting in first, we have the 78 of Gary Slapinski to his outside, the number 66 of Colton Manich. Behind them, the number 777, Michael Pegg, and the 00, Thomas Holder. Bringing up fifth there in the third row, the 429, Paul Witt. To his outside, the number 24, Jason Adams. There in row 4, the number 89 in seventh, Randolph Richard, with number 23, Ray Zerkut, to his outside. There in ninth, we have Mr. Dan Witt in the 99. Beside him, the number 42 of Michael Yarrow. In 11th, we have the 59 of Ralph Blair. 12th, the 52 of Gary Whitmer Sr. In 13th, we have the 50 of Todd Willis, and to his outside, the 33 of Gary Ragland. 15th, we have the 82 of Paul Fletcher, and bringing up the rear, the number 91 of Joel Guy. Again, we have a 100-lap feature. 100% fuel in these cars, so they should be able to go just a little over halfway, likely a one-stop race, but Texas is like a cheese grater when it comes to tires, so tire management's all going to be the name of the game, especially flying into turn one. So easy to overdrive turn one, absolutely wear out your right front tire, so we'll see how these gentlemen are able to maintain pace over the course of a race. Likely if we have a caution 20-25 laps in, you can bet we'll see everyone come down pit road and grab 4 fresh Mr. Feelgoods. These races usually run green from start to finish, so I expect there'll only be one stop for each driver all race, probably between lap 45 and 55 should be our pit window. As pace car leads them through turn 4, we'll dive off here pretty soon. Gary Slapinski brings him down pace speed towards the green flag, and here we go. Good start from the number 78. Clears number 66 Colton Manage before turn 1. Is able to get that preferred line down into turn 1. 777 able to clear 66 as well, following in 78's tire tracks. Ooh, we got one car loose. Looks like the 00. That's not what we want to see here. Caution is out. Let's go back and take a look at that. Looked like the 00 just got loose there coming out of turn 2. No contact from the 24, just loose it back up the track across the nose of the 53 there. I do believe that's the 53. Back up here one more time. Take a look. We have across the nose of the 89. You can see he almost saves it, It just hooks right across the nose of the 89, takes the 42 Yarrow with them. Huge damage to the front of the 42. Looked like the 89 got through relatively unscathed, but that 00, that car, almost nothing left. We'll go ahead and we'll ride along. We'll go ahead and watch him try and save this car. Shifts it into 4th gear. Just in the throttle too much on cold tires. Almost saved it. He got hit by 42. He got hit, went for one heck of a ride. Looks like that engine is blown. He had to get towed back. So he'll go several laps down. Fortunately, they do have 2 fast repairs, so his race isn't quite over yet. We'll see how long it takes him to get fixed. Hopefully, we see him back before too long. Cold tires, this track can be treacherous there, especially in exit of turn 2. Turns 1 and 2 here shaped very differently than turns 3 and 4. Turns 3 and 4 are more shaped, like a Charlotte Motor Speedway, whereas you have turns 1 and 2 here very flat, very wide, very flat. Car has a tendency to slide up towards the outside if you're not careful, but with it being as flat as it is, these cars the back end can come around when you least expect it to. So again, we are under caution there at the exit of turn 2 on lap 1, turn 3 now. Like I was saying earlier, it's a little too early to pit. This track, more than likely, you're going to be coming down pit road to take 4 tires and fuel every, you have a caution about 25 laps in. We'll see the He's showing is the 89. Car number on there says 53, but his number is 89. We go ahead, we do you can see the damage there to the front of that car. So he's looking like he's just going to go ahead, come down pit road, take the optional repair. As his crew gets to work fixing that car. Lights out on the pace. Nope, not quite. Lights should go out on the pace car next time by. Should be taking the green flag here on lap 6. Coming to lap 6. We'll go ahead and we'll check the number 42 here. Take a look at that car. See what he did, because he did have quite a bit of damage. He took one of his 2 fast repairs. Yep, so he's rolled a backup car off the hauler. He's back out running in the 12th position, so up 3 spots from the start. We'll see how his Ford Mustang does tonight. Double O is off pit road, coming back around. Few laps down, but back in it. So he's used one of his fast repairs. It's an unfortunate start to Thomas Holder's race. Excellent qualifying effort there. Hopefully he's able to catch a couple breaks, maybe unlap himself, get 1 lap back the hard way, and if we have another caution, that put him in prime lucky dog position. So hopefully he's able to get back on the lead lap, be able to contend for this thing at the end. Here we come through turn 3. Lights are out on the pace car, so we will be going green this time by. Fortunately, the tires should have at least a little bit of heat in them. Not too much, so they'll still have to watch themselves going through turn 1. Still going to be a little slick. Let's head into the Geico restart zone. Gary Slipinski leads them back. Green flag is out once again here at Texas Motor Speedway. Much better start from the outside. Michael Pegg able to keep Gary right alongside him as they go into turn 1. Gary got that preferred line, so we'll see if he's able to clear Michael by the exit. Looks like he's not quite. They're still going to be side by side going down the back stretch. As they go, they got the 66 there behind the 78, just pushing the 78. Here, 78 out of turn 4, able to clear the 777 at bottom of 3 and 4. So fast. Here in 1 and 2, you can see a lot of ground can be made up there along the top. 1 and 2 here shape more like Homestead, Miami. If you can get speed there on the middle lane, you can make a lot of time, but it just absolutely chews up the right front tire. You do not want to be stuck out there for a long time. And it looks like that's exactly where the 66 Colton Manich is keeping 777 of Michael Pegg, is right up there at the top. And that's not where Michael wants to be. He wants to clear Colton as fast as he can, be able to get down. And there he is. We can go ahead and see. He's cleared him there on the exit of turn 4. 429, not quite able to get to the rear quarter panel of the 66. They just sort of fall in line. It's real early in the race. They're probably not wanting to race each other too much. I mean, there is a bonus point for leading the lap, but there's 100 of these things that you can get your opportunity to lead. In a pit cycle, maybe you got a little bit of pit strategy. You come out, are able to make up a whole bunch of time, get your lap led that way. So we'll see how this plays out. Go back to taking a look at your leader. He's not made up any kind of significant time once they got single file. Gary's just taking care of his tires, making sure that he's got a car there at the end. 66 goes for a dive on the 777, washes up, doors him a little. Oh, looks like 429 may have got into him just a bit. Ooh, tire field just looks like they were not able to slow down in time. Let's take a look at that. So we got our second caution of the evening. Looks like the 66 just checked up hard. Tire field just piles back into. Man. Go back a little further. We'll take a look. 66 had a run there on the 777 going into turn 1. So this is the exit of turn 4. The 66 gets a mighty run there on the 777. Using that draft, gets to his inside very convincingly, overshoots the corner a little bit, starts to slide up. When he door checks the 777, he slows down, checks up right in front of the 429, and caution is out, but the entire field coming through exit of turn 2 full bore. We'll go ahead and we'll watch this from a couple different angles, see if we can get on board with the 429 here. Go ahead, we'll do right along with Mr. Paul Witt. He had a front row seat to a lot of this happening. 66 just slides up a little bit, doors the 777, backs out of it, and that's where the 429 gets into him. Tried to keep it off of him, not quite successful, and pow, just run over from behind. This doesn't look like anyone quite woed up. Go ahead and we'll take it back. We'll watch from the 59 of Ralph Blair here. Take a look from TV1. Now, Mr. Todd Willis bringing up the rear. We'll go ahead and watch on board with him, see if we can see what's going on, see if we can see the front 6 are out there, so he can't quite see what's going on. He just knows caution is out, then there's smoke, and by the time he got there, the track had completely locked up. You could hear him get out of the throttle, get on the brakes. Watch the 82 coming through here. So like we had a lot of folks just real late on the throttle. Got one car upside down. See if we can figure out who that is. Look like the 42, second caution he's been in. 42 got knocked over up on his lid. Looks like the 89 had a blown motor. We got a few cars now. Here's several laps down. 00 of Thomas Holder, 2 laps down. Number 42 of Michael Yarrow showing 3 laps down. Same with the 89 of Mr. Randolph Richard. Hopefully they're able to get those cars fixed. That was insane. Mr. Gary Slipinski bringing them around again. Looks like the 777 came down pit road. He checking to see if his car has any damage from that contact there with the 66. Let's take a look at it. See if he's got any wrinkle there on the left front. He got away pretty much scot-free. See the 429, Paul Witt having to use one of his fast repairs. Take a look at the left front suspension of the car. Now, if there was any damage, it's cosmetic only. Left side of that 777 looks okay. Looking at the 66 here, probably. He definitely took a faster pair. He and 429 just hit by the entire field. You know what they say, cautions breed cautions, so. But we've also seen that, you know, you get a couple cautions, folks just calm down. They take their time a little bit. So we'll see how this shakes out. Now it looks like Thomas Holder, Randolph Richard, Michael Yarrow all able to get off pit road. They were showing, two of them were showing 3 laps down, but it appears they were able to get out just before they went that full 3rd lap. So they're only 2 laps down each. Hopefully they're able to take care of it, get back on the lead lap. 66 headed to the back. Go through 3 and 4. Again, Michael Pegg leading him to the front, who is outside the 24 of Jason Adams. The 52 Gary Whitmer Sr., the 99 of Dan Witt, and the 429 of Paul Witt rounding out your top 5. Still 86 laps to go. We'll see how this shakes out. Green flag is back in the air. 78 gets a massive jump on the 24. It clears him easily before they get all the way through the quad oval down into turn 1. It's got that preferred line. They're 2 by 2 by 2 behind him. Gary Slipinski able to pull out 0.4 of a second, it appears, by the time he makes it to turn 3. Jason Adams able to clear the 52 Gary Whitmer Sr. He falls in line. He's just going to fall the tire tracks at 78. 78 is a fast car. Wants to learn from the 78. How do you get around this track? Learn where the 78's good. Learn where he's not so good. See what the 24 can do to maybe reel him back in and get past him. Well, we got a car in the wall there further back. No caution. Take a look and see who that was. Don't know if that was the 000, maybe one of our lap down cars. Not certain. Everyone kept it going straight, so I think we're all right. I see Mr. Dan Witt running that high side. 777 of Michael Pegg already to his inside. He's up from 6th position all the way back into 3rd already. That's someone to keep an eye on. 777 is very good here, Texas Motor Speedway. Not quite able to clear the 99 coming out of turn 4. 99 with that massive momentum run up there at the top, able to keep alongside. This is where we see what the top can do here, turns 1 and 2. Michael Pegg barely able to clear Dan Witt before turn 3. They just follow single file. They just want to take care of their cars, take care of their tires. Drop back 429 of Mr. Paul Witt. He's just riding right now, taking care of his stuff. Wants to make sure he's got the fuel and the tires to make it to the end. Further back, we're racing side by side. 52's fallen from the 3rd position down to the 6th position, 7th position. Oh, we got a slow car. See who that is. Not certain who that was. It was a massive checkup there. It really straightened the field out. They're running. Oh, it's a 78. Let's go back and take a look at that. 78 was leading there through 1 and 2. What happened? Up a little. The 24 is able to get to his quarter panel. They're 3 wide going down the backstretch. A little early for 3 wide, boys. Ooh, 78 just came down, door slammed the 24, almost like he thought the 24 was going to go down go down the track a little earlier than 24 was planning. They got into it, so that drops the 78 all the way back into 8th place. No favors done to the 24, currently sitting in 6th. Take a look at that right front. That left side. There's a little bit of damage towards the right rear. A little bit of damage towards the right rear. That 24, though, big hit on the right front. We'll see if that affects his aerodynamics in any way. As we continue lap 23. Jump back to the point with your leader, the number 777, Michael Pegg's got the 99 of Dan Witt breathing down his neck. Dan just taking his time, seeing when he can set up Michael for a move. This is not a track you want to be stuck side by side. So when he gets to Michael, he's going to make sure he can get that pass done as quickly as possible. The other thing, if he can stay with Michael, the longer he can stay with Michael, the closer we get to that pit window. He might be able to short pit the 777, get out ahead of him, see how much time he can make up on fresh tires. We fall back here and take a look at the 429 as the 50 of Mr. Todd Willis caught up to him. As they go around, you can see Paul running that bottom group. Todd about half a lane up, trying to get some air on that right side of his car. He wants to get as much downforce on that right side, save that right front tire as much as possible. You don't want to follow directly in the tracks the person in front of you or be half a lane below him. Takes the downforce off your car and you don't have as much grip going through the corners. And you definitely need grip going through turn 1 here at Texas. Oh, 50 of Todd Willis bouncing off the wall there. These cars do not react well to that. The slightest, I won't say the slightest brush, but a good hit to the wall absolutely ruined the momentum of your car. As we go back further, 78 mounting a comeback. He's moved up from 8th to 6th. If he has damage, it's not affecting him too much. He's able to slice his way through traffic. We see the 66 of Colton Manich getting back up in the mix. He had to go to the back after that first caution. Here he is running in the 7th position behind the 78, making a good recovery drive here. We'll see how they get through this. They are making their way through traffic fairly well. 78 easily able to get past 24. 24 going up to the high side, just letting Gary Slapinski go. He's going to... Colton Manich looks like not quite able to clear the 24. Oh, and we have another caution. Looks like that is... See who that was. That's the 33. 33 of Gary Ragland. Let's take a look and see what happened. Just... They're coming around. Looks like the 42's got a run on Gary Ragland. It looks like maybe the 33 was trying to run the 42 high? It's not the 42. Who is that? 82. My mistake. My mistake. Looks like he was trying to run the 82 high. We'll go ahead and we'll ride along with the 82. He's got to run on the 33 down the backstretch. Looks like the 33 was running him a little high. We'll take a look. It didn't look like there was anyone to the inside of the 33. Maybe doing a little mirror driving here, not quite paying attention to his corner entry, maybe. Not certain. 82 all tore up after that. Watch it one more time from the blimp. Now they come through turn 2 fairly clean. 33's got a fairly shallow line. They make it here to where you turn in for turn 3, and it looks like the 82 just expected the 33 to go and didn't go when he thought he would. The 52 of Gary Sr., the 89 of Mr. Randolph Richard, caught up in another caution. Unfortunately, I think that might take him out of contention. I'm not certain if he was in front of the 42 or not, but if he was, that denies him the lucky dogs. Mr. Michael Yarrow gets one of his laps back there in the 42. No longer 2 laps down, 1 lap down, so it's good for him. We'll see what he's able to do with it. After pit stop cycled, number 99 of Dan Witt comes out with the lead. He and Michael Pegg both stopped for tires. Just about the entire field stopped for 4 tires. Number 99 beating the 77 off pit road. So we'll see what Dan's able to do here on a start. Lights are out on the pace car. Nope, sorry. Lights are not out on the pace car. I may need to get my eyes checked after this. While we're going around, we'll see if we can talk with one of our drivers real quick. They are talking strategy, so we will leave them alone, trying to figure out what they want to do. So we are 1 to go. Lights are now out on the pace car. It's coming back down the back stretch. Our run order, number 99, Dan Witt. Michael Pegg to his outside. 429 of Paul Witt restarting 3rd. 78, Gary Slapinski 4th. Number 24, Jason Adams restarting 5th will be your top 5. Todd Willis in the 50 and 6. Colton Manich, 66th, running in 7th. Number 52, Gary Whitmer Sr. in 8th. Ralph Blair in 9th in the 59. And the 33 of Gary Ragland rounds out your top 10. We have 11 cars still on the lead lap with plenty of race left. 68 laps. So them pitting there around lap 30, they should be able to run well past lap 80, so that really opens up our pit window. As Dan Witt leads them here into the Geico restart zone. Green flag is back in the air. 777 gets a monster start. Able to jump out ahead of the 99, not quite able to clear him. 429 pushes the 99 into the first turn, able to keep him alongside the 777. These are fresh tires. Oh, 24 almost goes around. Looks like he saves it. We stay green. But that little moment there the 99 had, stacked up the bottom and let the 78 and the 777 clear them both and just check out. Michael Pegg back to the point. With our pole sitter, Gary Slapinski, right behind him. Again, just following him around. Gary's fastest car in qualifying versus Michael Pegg, who's been very steady tonight. Probably one of the best average lap times. He leads them back to the line on lap 34. We are single file for the most part going back. 24 and the 52 racing side by side as the 66 looks on, seeing which line does he want to follow, who's going to complete this pass. 52 gets a really nice run off of turn 2 going into turn 3, still keeping it up there towards the middle of the track, dropping more towards the bottom. 66 able to clear the 24, move his car up into the 7th position. 24 falling back, maybe just taking his time. There's been several cautions. Maybe he's thinking, well, man, we just need to slow down, we need to chill out. We'll see where the chips fall here in 15-20 laps since these tires really come in. The 99 fell way back into the clutches of the 50. Todd Willis able to get to his inside. 50 having a really shallow exit there on turn 3. 99 able to stay right alongside with the momentum out of turn 4 as they head into, 99 looked like maybe a little bit of a net code bump from the 50, able to save it, keep it out of the wall. Those tires are now real hot, real angry. We'll go ahead, we'll go back and we'll watch that real quick. Watch from the chopper. Here they come out of turn 4. Everything fine down the front stretch, just going into turn 1 here. Now they never touch. That unfortunately is net code. Everyone able to stay out of it. 99 keeps it gathered up, so we'll see how this works. He didn't drop out of the front pack, so he's still running good. Only bounced back to the 8th position. Plenty of race left for him to be able to get back up there. Running side by side with the 59 of Ralph Blair. So we head further up. The beneficiary of that engagement, the 50 of Todd Willis, has the 66 to his inside, to his rear quarter. It looks like the 66 maybe lift a little, let the 50 go ahead. Like, no, now's not the right time to try and pass you. The run, the 66 gets off the bottom in turn 2. It's difficult to get a massive run off the bottom. The exit of turn 2. 66 got something about this car figured out. Able to clear the 50 through turns 3 and 4, following 429 of Paul Witt right up to Paul's rear bumper. Already looking to the inside of the 429, maybe thinking of a move, thinks better of it and backs out. That checkup brought the 50 right back into the picture. Looks like 50's here just running right alongside the 66. 24, Jason Adams waiting in the wings. He was almost caught up there. Mr. Dan Witt kept it going. Didn't lose any time. Just falling in the tire tracks of the 66, trying to see if he too can get around the 50. Further back, the 59 gave up his fight with Mr. Dan Witt. He's going to work on the 52. They have Gary Whitmer Sr. Gary just letting him by. It's like, this is not... Gary, one of the more tenured drivers here in Lucky Dog, has more laps turned than any other driver in the series. Where is he? There he is. Seeing you here looking at Dan saying, this is not my race. I'm thinking of something more long-term than you right now, so you go ahead and maybe I'll see you here in 20 laps. As the 99 tries to make up a lot of time. Unfortunately, the closest car ahead of him, the 24 of Jason Adams, is over a second and a half ahead, so not quite enough for the 99 to be able to get that draft run to pull him back up towards the front. As we go back, check on our leaders. 429 of Paul Witt still fighting with the 66 of Colton Manich. Colton still getting those monster runs off the bottom of turn 2. It's almost like he's diamonding the corner, trying to straighten out his corner exit. He's side by side with the 429 going through turn 3. It'll be close, but it looks like he's got Paul cleared there on corner exit. Paul falls right in behind, pushing the 66 down the front stretch. Not interested in passing him just yet. Hoping maybe the 66 wears his tires out. It's Paul time to figure out what he wants to do. We are within our pit window here in the next couple laps. Probably see a bunch of different fuel strategy and tire strategy. They did not have enough fuel to make it to the end of the race from where they were, as the 33 down pit road. See what 33 here. 12 seconds on pit road. Looks like a 4-tire and fuel stop. Maybe some damage. He's not off pit road just yet. Looks like he got out of the car. Maybe some more terminal damage. Not able to get it fixed. As we head back to the front. Like I was saying, we're going to see a lot of different tire calls, fuel calls, because from lap 46 to 48, somewhere in there, right about now, we're in our fuel window. At any point, any one of these gentlemen can pit and make it to the end of the race. We got a 3-car breakaway here, the 777, the 78, and the 66. Single file, just waiting for their time. As we go through the field here, again, the 777, Michael Pegg, our leader. In second, we have Mr. Gary Slapinski. Good recovery after his contact with Jason Adams in the 24 earlier in the race, running here, holding second down pretty convincingly. As we drop back to the 66, Colton Manich was involved in that very first caution we had. He's all the way back up into the 3rd position. Definitely someone to keep an eye on. Be very dangerous as these laps wind down. The 429 of Paul Witt also involved in that. Also involved in our second caution. We are halfway. Paul running in the 4th position, just biding his time. He knows that the time to make that move is just after the pit cycle, so he's keeping an eye to see what those front runners do. So he knows when he comes down pit road, they're going to be forced to respond. So we got the 50 of Todd Willis immediately behind him, just following, seeing where Paul's good, seeing where he's not good, seeing if he can learn anything. But he's sticking to Paul's back bumper like glue, only 1/10 of a second really separating the two. Let's see the 50 run about a lane higher than the 429, try and keep as much air on the front of his car as possible. And further back we have the 24, Jason Adams, riding by himself, just kind of chilling out. Just close enough that he can still get a little bit of a draft run off the 50 of Todd Willis, but unfortunately not enough that it's going to really pull him forward with any speed. And further back we have the 99 Dan Witt racing with the 59 of Ralph Blair. They were separated there for several laps. These two, this is where the fight's at. right now. These two running each other exceptionally hard. Neither one wanting to really give an inch. They go through turns 3 and 4 side by side. Dan's going to have that momentum run off the top. Oh, he bounces off the wall. Hopefully that doesn't hurt his car too much. Lets the 59 by. 59 running a high line, very high line going through turns 1 and 2. I mean, he'll get a good run down the backstretch. 99 pulled alongside there briefly. And see, there is some right front damage to the 99. That's going to hurt his aerodynamics. That car, if it wasn't running tight before, it's definitely going to tighten that car up. Now it's not going to want to make these turns with the same kind of speed that it was. 59 sticking to the high line. 99 still able to make it around the track pretty well, so we'll keep an eye on that, see how that develops. Next on our run down our list is the 52 of Gary Whitmer Sr. He's falling back to 9th place. Starting 12th though, so he's up 3 positions, but that's back down to 12th. Sorry, back down to 9th from the second row. So he just takes care of his car. We get through the gentlemen who are really hoping for a caution. We got the 42 of Michael Yarrow. He would be our lucky dog if a caution came out. He is 1 lap down. We got the 00 here. Thomas Holder showing 2 laps down. Running high. That car has got to be tight and be running up that high. Fall back to the 82 of Mr. Paul Fletcher. He's had a rough night, been involved in 2 cautions. He had to get towed after one of them, put him 2 laps down, which is really unfortunate. When he started back in the 15th position, opted not to qualify, see if he could get a feel for the car and the people he was racing with. And unfortunately, it did not go according to plan. It's a 66 Colton Manich. Looks to be the first of our leaders to come down pit road here on lap 58. You have to know he's going to be taking 4 tires and fuel, but also pit from 3rd place. So Michael Pegg in the 777, Gary Slapinski in the 78, they both saw him come down pit road. As they continue on by full speed, they might think that it's too early to pit. 429 follows 66 down pit road. 66 taking 4 tires. He's back out. 66 will have gone a lap down. So what we might be seeing here between the 429 and the 66, this might be the race for the win. We'll see. Because from here, they do not have to stop again. So Jack goes up on the 429, taking 4 tires. 89 of Randolph Richard. Pitting, figuring, I don't want to be on these tires anymore. As we go back to our leaders, 429 down and away. 24, Jason Adams, also on pit road. So we take a look. The last lap run by our leaders were 31.376 and a 31.329 for Michael Pegg and Gary Slapinski. So they've fallen off about almost 2 seconds from their fast times at 29 and a half seconds. So they're going to be losing time right now to the 429 and the 66. Gary Whitmer Sr. on pit road, 4 tires and fuel. Currently only 5 cars on the lead lap. The 777, the 78, the 50, the 59, and the 99. 78 comes down pit road. He abandons the 777. It's time to pit. He knows he can't be giving up too much time to the 66 and the 429. Here we go. This is where we'll see it. 429 just shot around, flying through turns 1 and 2, seeing how much time he can make up. Maybe hop a little bit forward to the 66. Coming out of turn 4, question is how much time is he going to make up on the 78? 78 Jack just dropped down away off pit road. 66 comes flying into turns 1 and 2. This is where we'll see that gap. Since the 78 and the 777 stayed out so much longer, the 66 able to make it all the way into turn 3 about 2-3 seconds ahead of the 78. 429 not quite able to get past Gary, but he made it to his slipstream, made up plenty of time. That 78's tires are going to be several laps newer, so we'll see if the tire fall off. 429's able to keep with him. So we go back to our leader. Looks like we're lining up for... Nope, not quite. Michael opting to stay out on these older tires. His last lap by was a 31.5, but if we look back further down, the 78 running a 29.8, 429 running a 30.2, 66 Colton Manich running a 29.9. He's running a second and a half slower than the people behind him. So we'll see if staying out hurts him in the long run, or staying out make him the hero. With this kind of fuel window, I mean, it's all gambling. Everyone's betting they've got the best strategy. All but 3 cars have been down pit road. The 77 Michael Pegg, the 50 of Todd Willis, and the 99 of Dan Witt. The only cars who haven't pitted yet. So it looks like 50 may be slowing down. He's slowing down for pit road. He's like, I need tires. I need tires now. This thing's wore out. So we'll see. He'll have a 33 lap run on these tires. He comes off pit road. Here we go. 777 finally coming down pit road. 66 Colton Manich ran him down, unlapped himself. So he should make it all the way back around before the 777 is able to get off pit road and assume the lead. But here's the danger. The 78 has already cut that lead the 66 had down massively. Was close to 3-4 seconds back. Now it's more like half a second back as he tries to negotiate the 89 of Randolph Richard. And this here is your battle for the win, potentially. These two running second and third, 78 all over the back bumper of the 66. So he gets under him, passes him fairly convincingly. 66 not putting up too much of a fight. 429 just does not appear to be his night. Just is not able to keep up with the 78 of Gary Slapinski near as well as maybe he thought. So we go ahead and we back up about a third of a track. The person who was your leader, Mr. Michael Pegg. Now he's currently sitting, looks like he's currently sitting about 16 seconds back from the 66 Colton Manich. That's a lot of time to make up. And 66's last lap time going around was a 30.6 almost. 777's was a 29.8. So about a little more than a half a second faster a lap. We'll see if that's enough to catch up. But then we have the 78, Mr. Gary Slapinski, who has gapped the 66. Still running low 30-second laps. This is that tire wear. 66 pitted early, was able to make up a whole bunch of time on the 78, but just did not make enough of a difference. The 78 stayed out about 5 laps longer, and this is the benefit. So he's able to just scoot away on those little bit fresher tires. We check on with your leader, Mr. Dan Witt. Now he's running the slowest lap times currently in the field, 32-second laps. Those are the oldest tires, over 40 laps old. Dan here probably hoping and praying for a caution. As he comes down pit road finally. Slows it down. Him able to stay out as long as he did, even with that damage there on the right front. The 78, Gary Slapinski assumes the lead. 66 flies by. 429, that'll be your top 3. Here in a little bit, right here, 777 goes by. Jack used one of his faster pairs to see the right front quarter panel there. Just go ahead and pop back out. So he's repaired that car. 4 tires and fuel. He should be down and away. That's what you do not want to do. You don't want to speed on pit road. He's going to go a lap down to the 78 of Gary Slapinski, but the great thing for the 99 is he's got fresh tires, so he should not stay a lap down for long. Comes back out up to speed, only about a half a straightaway back. So we'll see how that pans out for him. '66 still back here riding, probably used up too much of his right front tires. We see the 89 there dirt tracking through the quad oval. It's like he's okay. Maybe a little bit of front end damage to that car. It's probably not handling right, especially going through the grass like that. We see the 99 just fly by. Trying to track down that 78, get his lap back. It'll be several laps quite before he's able to do that. We take a look at our third place car, 429, Mr. Paul Witt. Appears to be fighting a very stiff handling car. Doesn't seem to rotate quite the way he's wanting to, especially in turns 1 and 2. Let's go back to fourth place. Michael Pegg, who is cutting into that lead. He was over 13 seconds back to our leader, now only 7 seconds. With 20 laps to go. He's pulling up here on the 429 and the 80 and the 89. Fairly convincing rate. Currently running 7/10 of that time by 7/10 of a second faster than our leader. He's able to use the slipstream of the 89 and the 429 to help him get some extra speed going down the straightaways. And we'll see what happens here. 429 is usually a pretty wide car to pass. So he sticks it down there on the bottom, just running his line. making the 77 look for a way past. He scrapes the wall a little bit, not like maybe trying to get a little too much out of it on corner exit. 77 scoots by and assumes third place. This time by the 777 here, only 3/10 faster than our leader as he was racing the 429 there. You see the 99 Dan Witt able to pass the 78 Gary Slapinski, get his lap back. He should scoot away from the 78, having just about the freshest tires in the field. Unfortunately, I don't think with only 17 laps to go that he has enough time to get back to the front and assume the lead, but still plenty of positions on the table there for the 99. '99 currently the fastest car on the track, running a 33 the last time around, as you see the 78 getting passed by the 42. 42 on fresh tires, getting one of his laps back. Was 2 laps down, now 1 lap down. Without a caution, unfortunately, probably going to finish 1 lap down, sadly. 42 and Michael Yara had a good car, fast car, just caught up in some bad luck. Check in with our second place car, the 66. 777 has run him down. 66 trying to figure out what do I got to do to keep the 777 back there. Unfortunately, with the difference of age in the tires, there might not be much that he can do. They're running about the same line, and that may complicate matters for the 777 getting past, but we'll see. One mistake or from the 66 or just a really good run from the 777 is all it'll take. Looks like the 777 may be stalled out. Not quite able to get the run that he's needing. Triple seven only 4/100ths faster. Sometimes that's all it takes. He looks to the inside. 66 lets him have it. Maybe looking to get that momentum run there off of turn 4. Not quite as much as maybe he was hoping. Not able to get to the rear quarter panel to side draft the 777 back. 777 clears him there by the exit of turn 2. Michael Pegg up to the lead. Only about 6 seconds back from our leader. He's got the benefit of clean air right now, able to just run his line and do what he needs to do to stay out in front. Looking at their times across the line, the 777 appears to have stalled out a little bit in the amount of speed that he had over the 78. 78 running a 31.3, 777 running a 31.294, just about a 31.3. Only 7/1000ths of a second off between the two, and with 10 laps to go, that might not be enough to track the 78 down. We'll see how this pans out. That last time by, 78 a little faster. Able to make up some time. After getting passed by the 777, 66 able to hang right with him. That's the That's how powerful the draft can be here, as we are 10 laps to go here at Texas Motor Speedway. First half of this race appeared to be incredibly deceiving. A few cautions there, very quick succession. I was almost worried we were going to have a wreck fest of a race. Things appear to have really calmed down. Bunch of individual battles here. 66 trying to hang with 777 there. 429 running almost by himself. The 00 there, Thomas Holder, 3 laps down, not racing the 429 for position. From the night 429's had to bring it home in the top 5. It's a pretty good recovery drive that he's had tonight. He's got the 24, Jason Adams, back here in 5th. He's been running consistent. As he runs in the tracks of the 89. Little hard, bounces off the wall real hard there. That's definitely going to upset the balance of the car. Hopefully nothing broke. That is probably the hardest hit we've seen that hasn't brought out a caution this evening. That's definitely going to negatively affect the handling of his car, as he's got the 59 of Ralph Blair, who was hoping for just such a thing to happen. See here, with 7 laps to go, if the 59 can track down and pass the 24, and he's only back about half a second. So it's very possible. 59 still running real high. I wonder if maybe is he just going for those runs off the top, or has he found out, is that helping his right front? We'll see. As he's running higher than any other car on the track currently. He starts real high in turn 3 and comes down the track to be against the white line on his exit. As here he's made up a bunch of time again on the 24, was half a second back. Now we're only looking at a matter of 2/3 tenths. 5 to go. Our leader still Gary Slipinski way out front. This race here for the 6th position keeps going in this manner. Looks like it'll probably go to the 59. He's got the top of that track all to himself. Huge run, huge draft run down the backstretch. Gets the inside of the 24. This is what we were seeing. This is probably inevitably going to happen with the damage the 24 took. But the 59 not able to get the run off the bottom that maybe he was hoping. Both these guys on some old tires don't want to, cars running tight, don't want to slide up and door the guy above you. This gets the car almost rotated just enough. The 24 able to hang on his outside. Even with that damage, that is impressive. 24 not wanting to give up that spot. Fortunately, headed through 3 and 4, just not quite able to keep it there. 3 laps to go. The 59 goes right back up to the high side. 24 dives down. 24 not going to be able to slide out to the wall like he has been. 59 will get that monster run down the back. Likely bring it home here in 6th place. We go back to our leader, Mr. Gary Slipinski. Michael Pegg was able to chop that lead down to 6 seconds. Unfortunately, not enough time for him to be able to fully reel the leader in. Triple Seven's fallen back to just a little bit, and then on corner exit gains a bunch of time there in turn 1, and then when he gets into turn 1, it all sort of goes away. White flag. Gary coming through 3 and 4 one last time. Able to get out in front, stay out in front, even with that contact with the 24, able to bring it home. First, Michael Pegg coming home. Second, 66 of Colton Manich. In third will be your top three, 429. Scraps out a fourth place finish. Not bad after the night he's had. Todd Willis in the 50 is your fifth place finisher. Ralph Blair was able to hold off the 24 of Jason Adams. Comes home sixth. Jason Adams seventh. 99 of Dan Witt will be your last car on the lead lap in eighth. There's your winner, the 78 of Gary Slapinski, doing some well-deserved donuts. We have some time. We'll see if we can talk to our race winner. Hold on, working on it.
User was moved to your channel.
Here we are with our winner, 78 of Gary Slapinski. Gary, you got me?
Yes, go ahead.
Absolute monster run tonight. Started there on the pole, brought it home first tonight. You know, there was a little bit of contact there with the 24 early on in the race. Looks like you were able to hang on with that damage. Talk to me about what was it like after that damage. What did you have to do to maintain that track position?
Wow. When I got hit there, I didn't know we went 3 wide. I'll be honest with you. I was just talking to Jason, and he said that when Peg went down, I didn't know. He kind of dove it down there, and all of a sudden it was 3 wide. My spotter said two down low. Then it was like too late. I was already where I was at, and Jason came up, and I came down, and we got together there, and it's just a racing incident right there. And that's a problem with these spotters that you have with iRacing. And if you had like a real spotter out there, he'd be like, tell you, the 77 is making a run, he'd be able to tell you that, but I'm not getting that information behind me. So it was a little hard for me, but that's all right. Yeah, it pulled together there. The car wasn't too terrible. I mean, it didn't quite turn the way I wanted to do, but it was all right. I was able to maintain it to that one caution, came back in, fixed repairs, came back out. And from there, I was starting to set sail, staying behind Peg there, because it does get pretty tight behind people. I really couldn't. Once I got in clean air, this thing was like a rocket. So I figured if I can get it out before Peg would, maybe I'll be able to keep it out there. And I was able to do that tonight. So I got lucky. I thought Peg maybe stayed out, maybe a few more laps too many, but
that's
pitted a little
that's
earlier.
kind of what we were seeing. I mean, when he came off pit road, you had, something like 13, 14 seconds on him, and he was only able to cut it down to 6. No, it looks like you had the winning pit strategy there, and didn't seem like really anything held you up too long tonight. Looked like you were able to carve through just about everything pretty easy.
Yeah, it was. And once I got behind Peg, it was pretty tough. But I was kind of just waiting there too to see what he was going to do. And as soon as I decided where my pit window is, I really drove it in there hard, and hopefully I didn't speed. Try to get it all I can. I almost lost it going in, but I was able to hang on to it. And I had a really good pit stop, so that's I got lucky there.
Well, I mean, I'd say I'd rather be good than lucky, and I'd say there was probably a fair bit more skill there than you're giving yourself credit for. You,
Yeah.
I mean, you put on a masterclass this evening. Is there anyone you want to thank before we head out?
Well, I'm going to thank you guys doing this broadcast. You guys did an awesome job tonight. I've been watching it. It's alongside of me right now live. It really sounds great. Lucky Dog broadcast looks great. 4K, everybody. Don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe.
Tell your friends about us.
Yeah, tell your friends about us. Come out and join the league, or just come out here and watch it. These group of guys are awesome, and I've been really enjoying it. And I'd like to put a special thanks out to my brother-in-law. He tragically passed away, and this is it for him tonight. I got the blue on there, Man in Blue, and he was a police officer from New York, and this wins for him tonight.
Well, this wins for him. Thank you for talking with us, Gary. Sorry to hear about your loss. Hopefully things go well for you and your family. Prayers with you.
Thank you.
You have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Thank you.
We'll go ahead and
User left your channel.
thank everybody for coming out with us. This has been a fantastic race here, Lucky Dog Sim Racing, Texas Motor Speedway. We should be seeing you same time tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Should be seeing you. We have a broadcast tomorrow. Unfortunately, no commentator. So you'll probably be hearing me again Thursday for the season opener for the trucks. Same bat time, same bat channel. Good night, everybody.